Dude, no, I totally failed at TikTok. You know the one that I left the one? So I did it all. I did the steps where I spun a tile, I did the troweling, and then I go to put it in place and my arm was on the door. So I pointed the camera and I went to it, and the camera shifted. You can't do anything. I mean, you know which tile it was. It's so annoying. It would have been really cool if it did. Okay. All right, everybody, welcome to Toolbox Talk Mondays. Is what we do to kind of just make sure we're all on the same page. We're just going through the alphabet because you can. I mean, eventually we'll probably start doing actual subjects like going over like trim or drywall or flooring, whatever, and different things. So we'll probably eventually start going over some of those things. For now, I'm just going through the alphabet, just gonna get us in the habit of having a meeting, talking about stuff. Going over the game plan. Going back over what we've done so far. A is for assume. B was for budget and bullshit. The dangers and positives. C was for communication, what we want to be known for. D was for being discreet, having discretion, which is kind of the same thing, I think. But basically giving the right information, not giving more information that's needed. E was for effectiveness. And the difference between the amount of effort you put into it, being a hard worker and being an efficient worker. So efficiency, I don't know how you spell it. A, B, C, D, E, F was for, we talked a little bit about the F word, but not that much. But we mostly talked about what?
Was it finances?
Finances?
That'd
No.
be budget.
I mean, I guess finances was part of it. It was something else. You know. I mean, family is kind of an important one. F for family, and like how important family is.
That was for like
Grand
stuff.
scheme of things. What was it?
For the F word.
Yeah, that was one of them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G was for gratitude.
And food.
Gratitude? Yeah, I think it was for food. I think we had food in there. And how fuel. I think it was fuel.
Yeah, fluid.
Yeah, and fluid. Fluid is a big one, especially this week. That's actually kind of an important one, which is hot out. Fitness. There's a whole bunch of them. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. So we're on H today, okay? So H is our word for the day, which there's, that's actually a good one. So H is the word for the day. I'll put it up here. H. What are things involving the company and involving us personally that would be important to talk about a little bit? Heat, hustling, heat, health, helping,
Handful.
and that's just you. That's just not. Hydration's kind of an important one. Hydration.
Beside that heat, you can put humidity.
Yeah, you're right. Slash humidity. Humidity.
Take a quick vote on which one of those we should talk about, so we're not here for an
One that like
stroke version.
one that like it would be good from a professional standpoint. There's only
very
there's two or three that kind of would stick
Very
out.
bottom one.
The very bottom one, hydration is very important. Health is important. But there's one that you guys haven't mentioned yet that is spelled like so, maybe? Hygiene? Is that how you spell it? Maybe? Hygiene. So that's the one that's going to come up on like a normal, in most safety manuals and most like government jobs, they'll mention the hygiene one. Some of these other ones are kind of in that same zone, but we're going to talk about health and hygiene, okay? We're construction workers, and if you look at me on the camera, you're going to be able to tell that I'm not very hygienic looking at the moment because I work for a living, okay? But how do you spell it? Is it I before you accept it for C, right? So it should be hygiene. So hygiene, what is hygiene?
Deodorant.
Deodorant is hygiene? Okay, so let's put deodorant on here.
I mean, it's just taking care of yourself.
Taking care of yourself.
This right here is what Mama tried to teach us.
I thought hygiene was like wash your hands after you take a shit.
This is actually part of it.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Get what teeth you got. Like me.
Wash your hands.
It also
Especially after
can be
shitting.
don't come into work sick.
Yeah, so it's germ prevention, that's part of it.
I'm not working with Noah today, right?
Are you sick from that thing or not? Alright, that's good.
We
Noah
won't
can't
see
eat
tomorrow.
beef, and he like ate beef tacos the other day. Okay, so for me, from my perspective, hygiene is a little bit of all of those, okay? If we were to ask Siri, they're going to say hygiene involves personal attention to your clothing, it involves smells, it involves germ prevention, and it also involves your personal space or business space. So in our situation, like it's gonna be along the lines of like if you look messy, especially like on your skin, your clothes are gonna be like here and there, you know. You look messy. If car's not clean, if you're smelly, if you're sick and still working.
Which school do you have in the next 6 months?
All those things are things that would be issues when it comes to hygiene, okay? And everybody's got their personal opinion on what being messy looks like. Some people are very organized, you know, like they have all their tools in the back of their car in certain piles, whatever it might be, okay? But what it's typically not is messy, okay? Or you can be organized and not be messy, okay? Messy is just a lack of care, a lack of putting any attention to it. So things that we need to be careful of is if we're on a job site, we should not smell BO. Job site. Now in your personal life, if you don't like deodorant or you're sensitive to deodorant, I don't care. Job sites should not have body odor.
Unless you're roofing, because they don't work.
You gotta keep X on your stomach.
And I mean, you might like the scent of musk or whatever the heck it is. I don't care.
At least start with
Most
it so our mornings are
most normal people don't, and they would consider it like a lack of hygiene if they smell your BO. The same for like facial. Typically, if you come to work looking like you just rolled out of bed, so I'm going to say bedhead, clothes rumpled, close, run cold. And I'm gonna say, like just obvious lack of care, lack of attention to your body. There's what happens when you show up to a job site. Say I show up to a job site like this. A customer is going to assume that I have something else going on more important than them. Okay, so they're going to assume that like, wow, he must be so busy, so stressed out, or whatever, that he's rushing over to my job. I wonder how this is going to turn out. Okay, so like automatically failing to like be clean, be professional, have hygiene, it gives a warning. And not all customers, some rednecks will be like, yeah, bud, I see you're listening, But in the kind of customers we want aren't gonna be that way. Okay? Rednecks also gonna be like, can I pay you in deer meat? That doesn't pay the bills. Okay?
Now, typically, they also keep beers in the fridge for you.
That is a helpful perk, but showing up with lack of hygiene, it can put the customer, put the client in this case, on edge. Okay, so it gives us a disadvantage. Our job, hopefully when we show up to the job site, we're showing up. They're going to be relieved to see us. They know that we're busy. They know that everybody else is busy right now. They what they're looking for is knowledge that we know what we're doing, that we have the skills that it takes to do the job that they want us to do, and that we're going to be able to do it well. Things that I would look for as a foreman or as something else is, oh yeah, this guy has his tools. This guy has obviously thought about the job before he got here because he has what he needs. He's not having to go back and get stuff. The guy is prepared for the job. And that means personally and professionally, okay? So be careful about hygiene in general, okay? Pretty much it. Ben, Joe, Cody, as lead guys, do you have anything to add?
Smell.
Just be sure to bring an extra pair of clothes. I would say it's always.
Yeah, that's like today I brought
Always,
it.
always. I have a backpack in my truck that has a new shirt, new pants, new socks. Some of those items like socks, you might need because you stepped in the water or something. I mean, like, that's
Especially if you're hitching a ride with somebody, it's just common courtesy not to wear dirty clothes in the truck.
Be prepared. Okay, anything else?
Well, if we're going on a list of different words, I would say helping.
Helping?
When you're helping someone else out, that means looking at the process of what they're doing, getting the materials close, reading the process and like helping them out is looking ahead of the process. Yeah.
Okay, so
If someone's framing a wall, you're looking at that measurement and you're like, okay, what's that measurement? You're setting up the saw close at hand. You're bringing the boards closer to the workstation.
Yeah,
Your
boards crown up.
Yeah, you're crowning the boards.
Don't mix and match.
Yeah.
So what makes a good helper? I mean, since we're talking about helping, like what are, if we're a lead person or if we're just working by ourselves, what makes a good helper?
Education.
Education?
Listening.
Listening?
Listening.
being
Asking questions
patient.
if you don't understand.
Being
something.
patient.
Yeah. Yeah, we already did that on C, didn't we? Communication?
Yeah, communication is part of it. What I'm gonna say is things that I've noticed when it comes to like finding a good helper is there's guys who are very willing to do whatever they're told, okay? That doesn't make a good helper. That just makes, somebody who's willing to do what you're told, that's a robot. What Joe is saying, I think what's important for us is helping is not needing to be told, and thinking like basically taking a weight off of whoever is in
Yeah,
charge.
taking another step off a guy.
Yeah, so basically helping is not just like being available. That's what my kids do, you know, is they're available to do something if I need them. But helping is, okay, I'm pretty sure he's gonna need this area cleaned up so he can get to this. So you're cleaning, as long as there's not a task in front of you. Helping is, you know, is prep work, it's taking initiative in a good way, or taking responsibility. Never mind. Well,
The perfect helper isn't a helper for long.
yeah, exactly. A perfect helper really should kind of know what's happening, so they should already almost be able to do it themselves. That's when you have a really good team. Like everybody already knows what to do.
Right.
So like if they're not on a trim job, they're prepping the paint, or they're sweeping the mess up, or you know, it's a constant process. But we want to be careful.
A gopher is
If
a
we have
position that's
helpers,
meant to be grown out of.
yeah, if we do have helpers, our goal for everybody who's like a new guy that's coming in is to make sure that they're aware that like being available isn't necessarily helping. Helping is finding ways to take some of the task off of the guy who's leading the job. Okay, so
You're
just be
making
aware of
the
it.
job more efficient. You're speeding it up.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. And I mean, we could obviously go into way more depth on helping, health, some of those other things. We want to try to keep it 15 minutes if we can. So let's leave it for now. I think everybody's already aware of the need to be careful health-wise, especially this week. It's going to be very hot. We need to be careful. Hydration is a very important one. I'm going to turn this off. And then we'll get going on task.